I'm just going to go over a couple new resources that we've been working on. We have been working on an apps and resources page, just in case. Our new website for PUSD libraries is pusdlibrary.org. I am Kara Montgomery-Roa. I'm one of the librarians. When it comes to apps and resources, we've really been trying to pull together what we have and what we offer. District literacy programs, these are all the links specifically for what we have. So accelerated reader is what we've been working with. Traditionally, Achieve 3000, we've been working with a lot more this year. iReady, Read 180, Footsteps to Brilliance. A lot of the district has been doing a different specific trainings on each one individually, but I just kind of wanted to show where we've been housing a lot of them. Now, the links for Accelerated Reader, if you hit that button over there, the book finder link, let's say that if you have a home library and you want to see what books you have at home, or if you have access, you can go to the link and it'll open. I'm just going to put librarian on here. So you can see when it comes to taking a look at Call of the Wild, the quiz is 107. This is a middle grade book. The book level is 8.0. Now, book level is 8th grade. 0 months into 8th grade is what the level is. The AR points are 7.0. The MG is instructional reading level is middle grade. So obviously we read them in different levels. High school, I know it's required for the 9th grade. So there's different options too that you can look at. Now, there are different versions you can see of Call of the Wild. Sometimes they're not the same ones. A lot of them have been adapted. So just make sure when you're looking to see what the AR books are that you get the right ones, okay? PUSDlibrary.org, yay! Okay, so the next one that we have, research databases and articles. These are our favorite, or my favorite. Now, we've been working on a lot of these in secondary. I do want to make sure that you understand that the usernames and passwords for these databases are right below. So a lot of these have been gifted to us recently, actually, by the state of California has paid for a lot of these subscriptions. So, but they do require specific username logins. So ProQuest, Britannica, Britannica en Español or Escolar is over here as well. So we have the links. I didn't put the link over here, but we do have the link for the Español también. And so you have that. It's Pomona and password is PUSD. So these are research databases, scholarly articles. ProQuest is really amazing. That's one of my favorite when it comes to options. Now, if you see the bottom, this one's a little tricky. On the bottom right-hand side, it says product login. This is where you would find how to log in. So you do click it. You do have your username and password, which we copied and pasted directly from here. Once you click submit, now if you were on campus, it would look different. It would go directly into it. But now that we're at home and we're working, now these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that we use as a brief kind of upgrade and breakdown. We're going to go over ProQuest probably in more depth. Research Companion is to kind of help them out with, if you're writing an article, there's some videos on what's a thesis statement. Some like 1 minute, 2 minute videos that you can kind of embed. SIRS Discover is grade 1 through 9. So it's language, computer skills, something for the younger readers. SIRS Knowledge Source, these are the controversial topics from gun control to abortion. It's SIRS Knowledge Source. Now this one is very specific. The great part about this is very speech and debate oriented. You got pros, you got cons. It gives you the breakdowns. It'll give you the information specifically on things that you can find. It's the same kind of format, but it'll give you leading issues. You can search through those. When it loads, you can see how it has everything on here: animal rights, pollution, or epidemics. That's apropos. Viewpoint 1, Viewpoint 2, articles, all this fun stuff. You got full timelines. And you've got full breakdowns on how. So that's kind of, and then categories as well: drugs, health and wellness, global health crises. So there's some really great breakdowns and learning that you can do. The beauty of this, I'm going to move myself to, I'm moving. Oh, I need help. I need friends. I don't have any more friends, but you're my friends. If I look directly on login, right now I'm logged in with Google, but you can see once you log into your Google, your PUSD Google, you can save it directly to the cloud. You can save it to your Google Drive. You can put it directly into your Google Classroom. And you don't have to do anything. So when you click Save to Cloud, it'll save it to your Google Drive, your Google Classroom. We don't have OneDrive. But it'll just put the exact article. Now, you just got to be more specific about what you're doing. If you click this now, it's going to be this specific information. But if I want a specific article, let's say the global health community's quick response to outbreaks keeps them from spreading globally. Is that a pro or a con? That's a question. They used to put pros or cons, and now they make the students actually figure that out. Another one is a viewpoint. The global health community is not doing enough to prevent the next outbreak. So you can listen to that So these are the different articles of support. You can click on the articles directly and do that. There's some critical questions on here. You can either use this yourself to kind of navigate a topic, or you can actually just kind of download certain things and embed them as needed. Or actually, you can embed the whole PDF and put those directly into your Google Classroom, so the students just get it one part. You can cite the information if you're an English teacher, although everyone's reciting, don't leave it alone. Where you can have them do that. EasyBib is another option, so you can cite this and then change it. MLA 8 is what we kind of been using as well. So that's ProQuest. eLibrary is kind of like your Google, your one-stop shop. And Culturegram is actually pretty cool. That one's actually specific to everything from that you need to know about each culture and states. And then when you look at the different world editions, you can actually go through. If I want to go to Asia, I specifically want to go to Kazakhstan, because why not? And then you've got different options. You can have the how to say I love you in Kazakhstan.
Men seni жақсы көремін.
What he said. You can get a map downloaded if you need a map. And that's probably the hardest, is to find those materials that you can copy and paste and embed. There's an infographic about the average person from Kazakhstan. It even lets you generate a citation. It's a little much, but you can kind of take a look to see, and this is standard for every different location as well. But on the left, you can see there's a ton of stuff. Written, flag, country data, even if you want to find out specifically area, a lot of math that you can do through here, different charting, graphing, translations in different languages, and my favorite, the recipes. You can find different recipes for Kazakhstan, so hopefully someone's going to cook for you. I wouldn't eat it, but there's some options, So that's kind of ProQuest. I'm going to close that out. Britannica is similar to that. Smithsonian Libraries is not one that we necessarily subscribe to, but I put together kind of what they have as resources. Once again, there's so many options out there, and we wanted to kind of give you things that are a little bit easier to work with. Collections, exhibits, things that you can kind of integrate into there. So there's different history, culture, nature, science, their collections, their images that you can use. Those are all free to use as well. NASA has whole websites, Common Lit. So NewsELA, these are a lot of ones that we use now. Our ebooks and audiobooks, those are actually pretty specific. Tumblebook Library, if you click on Tumblebooks, now there is a code login for every school directly. So you just need to kind of select which school that you're at, and it'll give you, select your school. So if I'm looking at Teen Book Cloud and I want to go to Gary High School, because that's where I work, it'll log you directly into the Teen Book Cloud. And these are all free ebooks. And some of them are actually AR as well. So Neil Gaiman, the graphic novel version of them, you got different options too. Okay. So there's some free options out there for the kids to look at. Epic, you can create your own teacher breakdown. I did put an Epic library that we have, class code, that we are going to be managing, but just links, fun stuff. Audible actually released some actual free audiobooks, but we actually do have a lot of ebook and audiobook options. If you have Sora at your site, it does require a site license, which is Overdrive. So we're going to try to work on those. And then we also have a link for PUSD novels. There's some supplemental novels that we have that are downloaded for free, like Open Library, the Gutenberg Project. There's a lot of public domain. Anything that's over 100 years or so is free. So there's a lot of things like Frankenstein, full versions are on here. Digital storytelling is different stories from space, celebrities reading stories. And then our personalized learning and activities. Those are ones that definitely take a look to see what will work for you. But these are things that we can give the kids to kind of integrate that we've already been doing as it is. So I'm going to click directly on, a lot of these are designed personalized learning for kids that you can embed through them. They can kind of go look through those. Duolingo is foreign language. Also just click on there to see if there's descriptions on there. Go Noodle I've been using with my own kids about movement and mindfulness and getting these kids to move and do patterns and just get off my couch. STEAM and digital citizenship. Now I put the link for our amazing PUSD EdTech team efforts with their CS and robotics. So that's there. Code.org. If I look at different levels, I can see where I am. It'll tell you like an introduction to pre-readers age-wise. My son's already somewhere over here, and he just turned 6. So definitely take a look. So there's some things that they can do on their own time. And there's also an app for it too. So take a look. There's a lot of coding courses that you have, NASA Kids Club, Mystery Science, Typing Club if you want the kids to type. Common Sense Media has a lot of lesson plans on here. but we try to keep them all in there. And then college and career ready are kind of what we have amassed, and different breakdowns of sites to homework hotlines, Bright Prospect, Upward Bound, Avid, and just kind of what we have specifically for kids to kind of go about. And then a lot of the frequently asked questions as librarians are just kind of PUSD login information, how to change my PUSD password, fines, and all that fun stuff. There's just drop-down menus. So we have different things that you can take a look at. Take a look for sure, but there's some apps and resources that you guys can definitely use to give to your kids. You guys can review them. If you have any questions, really cool thing, you can email us, or you can click this beautiful little chat button over here, and you can leave a message, and then you can chat with us, write your name down, starting Monday, probably when you see this, April 6th. So anytime you have a question, you have students have a question, you can either email us directly or you can leave a message, and we'll be manning this to make sure that we kind of give you what you guys need, okay? All right, so have fun with our apps and resources page. My name is Kara Montgomery-Roa, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you.